What's up, guys? True Crime King back again. Alright, so I'm not doing it. This video has nothing to do with Coburger. It has to do with Cameron Robbins. I know most of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but this man had just graduated from high school, and they were on a trip. And then his friends dared him to jump into the water. And then he got sucked under and then vanished. So some people think a shark took him under, and some people think a current dragged him under. But I'm doing a reaction to Aaron Stoner because I think he is great, and I think he does an excellent job. So I'm going to react to his video, and I'm going to come up with what I think happened to Cameron Robbins. So here we go.
Over the last week, I've been contacted by several of my All-Star subscribers, asking me to look at the Cameron Robbins video. For those who are not familiar with this incident, on May 24th, 2023, 18-year-old Cameron Robbins, along with some friends, decided to take a pirate-themed...
Just want to pause real quick. That's Cameron with the arrow above his head.
...booze cruise in the Bahamas on a ship called Blackbeard's Revenge. They took this cruise in celebration of their recent graduation from high...
I mean, look at him. I mean, good-looking men, good-looking women, you know, just graduated high school. They're supposed to be having the best time of their lives right now, right?
High school. During the cruise, at around 9:40 p.m., Cameron was dared by others to jump into the water. Cameron took them up on the dare, and after leaping from the side of the boat, Cameron doggy paddled around the boat briefly.
Now, real quick, I will say, no matter what happened, it wasn't very smart to jump into the dark ocean at night. It's just not smart. You know what I mean? In the water, humans are not on the top of the food chain, right? That's the sharks. On land, it's different, right? But not in the water. I know for a fact I would have not jumped into the ocean at night like this. But some people, who knows? Maybe he was doing it to try and go viral, right? Or maybe he was just having fun, right? Either way, I know I wouldn't have jumped into that ocean.
And then, in an instant, Cameron was gone.
And that's exactly why, right? Either it was a shark, current, or something else. It's dark. You cannot see what's below you, right? And it's the ocean, okay? It's just not smart, in my opinion.
The debate online is whether there is a shark visible in the footage that may have bitten Cameron and dragged him down underwater. Alternatively, some have speculated there was no shark, and Cameron swam towards the boat trying to get help and was pulled under the boat by a current and drowned.
All right, so we have one of two options, right? He was either dragged under by a shark, or the current sucked him under, all right? Or number three, something else, okay? But that's not very likely, in my opinion, and in Aaron's opinion too.
Here is the camera phone footage that so many online have been debating about. The footage begins immediately after Cameron jumped off the boat into the water.
As you can see, he just disappears. Gone. There's a life raft probably 10 feet away from him. He can't reach it. Now watch this. Okay, right there. Top left corner. In my opinion, right, that is a shark, okay? You can see the body in the front, and then in the back, you can, this is my opinion. It's not, I'm just speculating, but in the back, you can see the tail coming up above the water, and then it goes underwater, and then his head and fin are above water, and the shark's coming right towards Cameron. That's what I think happened. I think a shark took him under, not a current. But let's keep going. Okay, and right before he just, if you rewind just a second, you'll see something was right at his feet, right before that camera moves. And now he's gone. And you don't see anybody else jumping in that water to try and save him, right? I mean, come on. You gotta think, right? Nobody else is gonna jump in that water. You can't see what's underneath there.
Most of the debate about what happened to Cameron is centered around this moment in the footage. Some have stated there appears to be a shark present in the water. Others have stated...
Right there. That's what I think. I think that is a shark. All right, now, I haven't seen the rest of this video, so I don't know what Aaron's going to say. But I'm telling you right now, I think a shark came and dragged him under the water and ultimately killed him.
That this is just the waves cast off from the boat. Here is this portion of the footage played repeatedly, forward and backward.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to pause it now, but I'm not going to pause it as it keeps going. I want you guys to look closely at this and tell me what you think, if it's waves coming from the boat that's anchored, right? Or if it's a shark. Now, just before I hit play, I want you to see what I'm talking about. You can see there's something in the front, right? It goes, then there's just water, and then at the very end, there's something coming out of the water. It appears, right? That I would think that's the head. Then some of the body is under the water, and then the tail is coming up out of the water. That is what I believe.
And here are some still images that I extracted and enhanced.
Okay, real quick. So, still images that he extracted and enhanced, right? That's not a wave, right? If that was a wave coming from the boat, there wouldn't be just one and then a total break in the wave, and then just a little tiny wave on the other side, right? To me, that is a shark's head. Some of the shark's body is under the water, and then the tail is protruding above the water. My opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think, but the video's not over, and I haven't seen it either, so let's keep going. And you can see where Cameron is, right to the, he's probably 15 feet away from either this wave or this shark at this point. Very close, right? And to me, that looks, I mean, it looks like there's a fin coming up, right? I mean, you can see in between, right in between there is a gap. Okay? Again, if that was a wave, there should be no breaks in that, right? A wave doesn't just break, right? It's just a wave, right? But a shark, the head would come up, most of the body would be under, and then the tail would come up out of the water, right? I'm just curious to see what Aaron thinks about this.
Based off the movement, size, color, and shape, in my opinion, this certainly does look like a shark.
Well, okay. So he agrees with me. And I promise, I've not seen this yet. So he thinks it's a shark too. What do you guys think? Put down in the comments now.
Some are stating that there appears to be shark fins here and here.
I don't know about the sides, but I can see the shark fin at the top. Okay, night. See, you can still kind of make out that shark fin at the top. And obviously that's not a wave, right? It's something underneath the water. It's got to be a shark. At least in my opinion.
Also, it is important to note that directly behind this supposed shark, there is a splash of water that appears, which, if this is a shark, would have been caused by its tail.
That's what I was just saying. So the head and some of the body is in the front, and then some of the shark goes underwater, and then the tail protrudes above the water at the very end.
If this is a shark, we can determine the shark's size by using a stacking technique, which is a technique I've used in the past to successfully determine the approximate height of persons in surveillance footage. Nearby where this possible shark is located is a ring buoy that someone from the ship tossed over. Safety ring buoys on boats are typically 20 to 24 inches in diameter.
Okay, so they're about 2 feet wide, right? 24 inches, 2 feet. Okay.
Because we know the approximate size of the buoy, and because the buoy is close to what we are trying to measure, we can use the knowledge of the size of the buoy to roughly calculate the size of the shark. Stacking these 20-inch to 24-inch buoys.
Real quick, before he answers, I'm going to try and see. 2, 4, 6. Okay. Oh, 5 to 6 feet. 2, 4, 6. Okay. But he's not including the tail and the back, though. So, in my opinion, it's even bigger. He's stacking the 3 buoys up just on the head and part of the body, but then some of it is underwater. He didn't put any buoys by the tail. So, in my estimation, this is probably an 8 to 9 foot shark.
Next to the shark, we can see that the shark is roughly 5 to 6 feet in length, and that's just based off what is visible. Most adult sharks are 5 to 7 feet in length, which matches up with this measurement. For reference, here are a few images of 6-foot sharks.
That's a big freaking shark. And I mean, a shark that size, I mean, if that grabbed a hold of Cameron's legs, he's gone, right? I mean, he ain't coming back if that shark wants him. You know what I'm saying? That's why you do not jump in the ocean, especially in the pitch black darkness, when a shark is gonna think you're just a meal. You're a seal, right? You're some kind of food to this shark. It doesn't know you're a human. It doesn't even care. If you're in the water, the apex predator is the shark, not humans.
Now, I'm not claiming these are images of the type of shark that may have attacked Cameron. These images are just to give viewers an idea of how large a 6-foot shark is.
Yeah, we can't tell by these videos like what kind of shark it is, right? But we can tell that it probably is a shark because, I mean, what else would have dragged him under, right? A whale would have been much bigger, and they don't really attack humans like sharks do. And it's not going to be a squid or something, right? It's going to be a shark. But there's no way to tell what kind because of the camera quality, and it was in pitch black darkness, right? But I know that wasn't a wave, right? Or a current, and at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think.
A shark that is 5 to 6 feet in length is more than capable of biting and pulling a human being down underwater, which is what has been speculated happened to Cameron. Another thing to point out is that Cameron had to have seen the ring buoy in the water, but instead of swimming towards the buoy, he swam away from it, towards the rear of the ship.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Even if he would have swam towards the ring buoy, if that shark would have grabbed his legs, he's kicking his legs, right? And the more you kick your legs like that, the more you look like a freaking seal, right? Or some kind of food to a shark. But he would have had a better chance if he would have swam towards that ring. I don't understand why he just was swimming into the open ocean. I guess he thought he was totally safe, right? But you got to realize, when you jump into an ocean at night, right? You are food. You are not the apex predator anymore. That is a shark.
This signifies that perhaps Cameron did see a shark near the buoy and tried to get away.
That's a good point too. That's a real good point. I mean, if he did see the shark by the buoy, then obviously he's not going to swim towards the buoy because there's a shark near the buoy. So he would try and get away from it. But you're not going to get away from a shark in the water, right? I mean, sharks have been in the water for millions of years, right?
It doesn't make any sense to me why Cameron would swim away from the buoy at this point.
Well, the only reason he would swim away from the buoy was because there was a shark near the buoy. At least, in my opinion, right?
Unless he saw something in the water. The area of the Bahamas where Cameron jumped overboard is known to have a large population of sharks.
Oh, wow. See, he's in the Bahamas. There's sharks everywhere around there. Now, that just confirms, to me at least, that that was a shark. Okay? He got pulled under by a shark.
It is common for passengers and crew of these party cruises to throw scraps of food over the sides of the boat, just like people who leave food and trash out at camping sites. This behavior attracts wildlife. So it's entirely possible that there were one or more sharks near Blackbeard's Revenge that night looking for food. When Cameron begins swimming away from the buoy, he creates multiple splashes, and it's probable that if there were sharks in the area, they would have been alerted to Cameron's presence and moved to inspect.
Yeah, I mean, sharks they can detect a drop of blood from, miles away, and they can sense vibrations from miles away as well, okay? I mean, they've evolved in the water for millions of years. That's how they survive, right?
The person recording the action pans to the left at the moment when something begins to appear in the water. But to me, this appears to be Cameron kicking up waves. Here's this portion of the footage played repeatedly, forward and backward. I'll leave it up to you to decide what is taking place here.
Okay, to me, the shark right now is grabbing onto Cameron's legs and biting him, and is about to pull him under. That's what I'm seeing. The shark probably dove underwater, came back up, bit his legs, and then sucked him under. Just like a shark would do with any other prey that was on the surface of the ocean, right? But let me know what you guys think. It's a very sad case either way, right? Either he just drowned or that was a shark. But I want to know what you guys think. Any experts out there that can that has some software, some better software, let me know if you can find anything better. But to me, that is a shark. That is a dumb decision to jump into an ocean near the Bahamas at night when you can't see anything. Notice nobody jumped in to help him, right? Because obviously they were scared that something was in the water, right? If they didn't think anything was in the water, they would have jumped in and tried to help him, right? At least that's what I would have done, unless I thought a shark was in there. But let me know what you guys think. Until next time, True Crime King, out.